Thank you. Thank you, Reverend. And Happy New Day to you all. It is another opportunity and a privilege for me to discuss this topic, which is very dear to me, with all of us. It saddens me when I look at our country, when I look at the youth, not only the youth, the whole population of our country. And I consider the morale of the people in it, from the base to the apex. There appears to be cracks in our morals. Everyone wants to be rich. Not only rich, we want to be excessively rich. It appears we don't know the difference between need and want. Our needs are very few. What do we need? Shelter, sustenance, continuity of maybe bloodline. What else do you need? Clothing is part of shelter. So what else do we need? How many rooms can I sleep in a night? How big should that room be? If I want to move from point A to point B, how many cars do I need? It is sad to see that we pursue these things to the detriment of our fellow countrymen. At all costs, we must be rich. Damn the consequence. All of us desire success, prosperity, influence, and happiness. Yet, only few have the realization that lasting success can never be built upon falsehood. A life built on deception may appear successful for a season, but sooner or later, it falls under the weight of its own dishonesty. Honesty is the expression of truth. It involves speaking truthfully, acting sincerely, avoiding deception, being transparent in our dealings with others. Honesty is integrity expressed in words and action. Integrity is the foundation, and honesty is the visible structure built upon it. In the Kriya Yoga tradition, we have what we call the 5 observances and the 5 restraints. One of the restraints is the practice of truthfulness. That is total commitment to truth in your intention, words, and action. Today, allow me to talk about integrity and honesty. Not wealth, not power, not fame, not education, but integrity and honesty. Because at the end of the day, the end of our travel on this earth plane, none of the above I've mentioned will matter as much as the answer to one simple question: did I live truthfully? Let me change it this way. You don't have to wait until the end before we ask this question. So, am I living truthfully? Are you living truthfully? Well, that question, I leave it to each and every one of us to answer. What will it matter? Whether we remain faithful to truth. What will that matter to us? Many of us have experienced the pain of being deceived. We know what it feels like when trust is broken. We know the disappointment of discovering that someone we believe in was not honest with us. The wound left by such betrayal often lasts longer than any physical injuries. If dishonesty hurts so deeply when it comes from others, imagine how it will be if at the end of the day we realize that we have not been honest with ourselves. If it comes from others, it's so painful. But if you realize you have been dishonest to yourself, how will you feel? Every person or every human being has what we call conscience. You may call it intuition or the voice of God within you. It is the quiet voice that speaks when no one else is speaking. It is the inner whisper that tells us when we are right and when we are wrong. Integrity requires us to listen to that inner guidance. The more faithful we obey that voice, the stronger it becomes. The stronger it becomes, the wiser our decisions become. Before every dishonest act, conscience speaks. Before every lie is told, conscience warns. Before every betrayal, conscience pleads. Yet, many a time, we ignore that voice with flimsy excuses, such as, oh, just once, just me do it just this once. Everybody does it. Oh, it is only a small lie. The lie is a lie, whether it's small or big, it is a lie. We forget that every action carries a consequence. The greatest tragedy is not that we deceive others. The greatest tragedy is that we believe we begin to believe in these excuses ourselves. One fact remains that you can hide the truth from others, but you cannot completely hide it from your own heart. That is why many people who appear successful, I say appear, it's apparent, it's not, but it is not true success. Many people who appear successful are inwardly restless because true success is peace of mind. They possess wealth, but not peace. They possess influence, but not joy. They have learned how to impress people, but have forgotten how to live with themselves. The true measure of success is peace of mind. The word integrity means wholeness, different parts integrating together to form one thing. But do we display integrity in our life? Many of us appears to express different persona. They have one face at home, another at work, another at church services, and another face in public. They might be thieves in actual sense, but appear at charitable organization giving so much. They might be professing honesty, but deep within, they squeeze people. Who are you really? Where is your integrity? Where is your wholeness? Are you holy? People with integrity may not be the richest people in society, but they are among the most valuable. When they make a promise, you can depend on it. When they speak, you can trust them. When they lead, people willingly follow. Why? Because trust is earned through integrity. And trust is one of the greatest treasures a human being can possess. Dishonesty is very expensive. To put it short, it taxes your mental and emotional energies. A lie may save you a moment, but it will imprison you for years. One lie requires another lie to support it. Soon, we become prisoners of our own deception. We spend our lives remembering what we said, covering our tracks, protecting our image, and fearing exposure. Is that freedom? I don't think so. Truth may be difficult for a moment. But falsehood become a life burden, a lifelong burden. Many people have lost their families because of dishonesty. Many businesses have collapsed because of dishonesty. Many friendships have ended because of dishonesty. Many nations suffer because leaders choose personal gain over integrity. Every act of dishonesty weakens the moral fabric of our society. Dishonesty is very expensive, very, very expensive. In my country, Ghana, you can feel it, it's palpable. The expenses of dishonesty. When honesty dies, trust dies with it. And when trust dies, relationships, institutions, and communities begin to crumble. Paramahansa Yogananda said, truthfulness is the foundation of spiritual progress. On the spiritual path, we understand that truth is not merely a moral principle. Truth is a spiritual reality, and God is truth. Every time we speak the truth, we align ourselves with divine reality. Every time we choose honesty over deception, we allow more light into our consciousness. Truth purifies the mind. Truth strengthens character. Truth awakens the soul. Truth brings us closer to God. A lot of people seek spiritual powers, mystical experiences, and higher states of consciousness. Yet, the doorway to all genuine spiritual growth begins with simple honesty. For how can we seek truth while living a lie? How can we ask for divine guidance while ignoring our conscience? How can we pray for light while embracing darkness? Spiritual progress is impossible without truthfulness. Many seek techniques for manifestation, prosperity, and spiritual awakening. Yet, these teachings lose their power when we are not supported by integrity. How can we expect our affirmations to work if our lives are built on falsehood? How can we seek divine guidance while deceiving others? How can we attract trust when we ourselves are untrustworthy? The universe responds not merely to our spoken our spoken words, but to our inner states of consciousness. Your words can be deceitful, but what you feel within you, that is the real you. And that is what the universe responds to mostly. When we live in truth, We align ourselves with divine truth. Let us be honest with ourselves today. Let us be honest. Let us examine ourselves today. Are there promises we have broken? Are there truths we have avoided? Are there situations where convenience has become more important than honesty? Are there places in our lives where our conscience has been speaking, but we have refused to listen? This is not a moment for guilt, no. It is a moment of awakening. Once you start asking yourself this question, it means you are waking up from your slumber. No matter how far you have wandered, integrity can be restored. No matter how many mistakes you have made, honesty can begin today, now. People will not remember us primarily for what we own. They will remember who we were. They will remember whether we could be trusted. They will remember whether our word meant something. They will remember whether we stood for what was right. Nature keeps teaching us, reminding us of reality, but we are not observant, we are not taking the lessons. How many of the people who have gone before us have taken any material things that they have acquired with them? No one. No one. No material things shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. No material things. Years from now, your children may not remember every gift you have given them, but they will remember your integrity. Your friends may forget many of your achievements, but they will remember your character. Society may forget your possessions, but it will remember your example. Our country does not need clever people as much as it needs more trustworthy people. It does not need more successful people as much as it needs more honest people. It does not need more powerful people as much as it needs people whose conscience are alive and awake. And it is sad that the young generation which are coming are taken as mentors in our society, people without honesty and integrity. However, despite all this, I still have hope for this country. Reverend Isaac always tells me that he has lost faith in this country. And I tell him that no, this country shall bounce back. And I'm hopeful. I have faith in us. We shall bounce back definitely. The future of our families, our communities, and our society, and our country depend upon the choices we make every day. Let us therefore choose truth. Let's choose honesty, even if it is difficult. Let us choose integrity, even when nobody is watching. For every act of honesty strengthens the soul. Every act of integrity elevates humanity. Every commitment to truth bring us closer to God. May we become men and women whose thoughts, words, and action are one, because that is integrity. May our lives be a living testimony to the power of truth. And may future generations look upon us and say, these were people whose words could be trusted. These were people who walk in truth. These were people of integrity. Namaste.